Om Shanti. Good evening. So hope you had a beautiful Amritvela. So we were reading the Murli from 15 January 1986. So Baba was talking about how we investing our time, thought, energy, and what is the kind of bargain that we are getting, and how are we saving our resources and investing. So Baba was saying, to those who always keep the elevated bargain in their awareness, to those who always increase their account of accumulation, to those who use their every power and thereby increase it, to those who always know the importance of time and become great and make others great, to such elevated, wealthy, to such elevated, sensible children, Babdada's love, remembrance, and namaste. So Baba is talking to Kumar's. So Kumar's life is a lucky life because you have been saved from climbing up the wrong ladder. You never have the thought of climbing up the wrong ladder, do you? Even those who have climbed up are coming down. Even those who are householders are calling themselves Kumars and Kumaris, are they not? So, they have come down the ladder, have they not? So always keep this elevated fortune of yours in your awareness. Kumar's life means a life in which you are saved from bondage. Otherwise, just look how many bondages you would be tied in. So you have been saved from being pulled by bondage. You are free in your mind and free in your relationships. A Kumar's life is an independent life. You don't ever have the thought, even in your dreams, to find some helper, do you? That you should find a companion, do you? That they would help you at a time of illness. Do you ever think in this way? Do you ever have this thought at all? A Kumar life means to be a constantly flying bird, not one who is trapped in bondage. Let there never be this thought. Always remain free from bondage and continue to move forward at a fast speed. So, for all the Kumars, take a minute. All the Kumaris who already come down the ladders, all the Kumars who come down the ladder, let's take a minute. How lucky we are saved by grace. So now Baba talking to Kumaris. Kumaris have received a lift to move forward in service. This lift is an elevated gift. You know how to use this gift, do you not? The lift of service is the gift. The more powerful you make yourself, the more powerful the service will be that you do. So, more powerful you make yourself, the more powerful the service will be that you do. If you yourself are weak in any matters, then service too will be weak. Therefore, become powerful and become a powerful server. Continue to make such preparations so that when the time comes, you can engage yourself in service successfully and claim a number ahead. At present, you have to give time to your studies, and then you will just have one thing to do. Therefore, wherever you are, continue to take training. Continue to prepare yourself in the company of the instrument souls, and you will become a worthy server. The more you move forward, the more benefit there is for you. The more you move forward, the more benefit there is for you. Now Baba is meeting the teachers. A server means one who is always an instrument. Nimit. The feeling of being an instrument automatically brings you success in service. If there isn't the feeling of being an instrument, there isn't success. You have made a promise that you will constantly belong to Baba, that you belong to Baba, and that you will always belong to Him. Have you not? A server means one who places every step in Baba's footsteps. This is called being one who follows the Father. You are the servers who make every step elevated by following elevated directions. Are you not? To attain success in service is the elevated aim of a server. So all of you are those who keep an elevated aim, are you not? The more all wastage is finished in yourself and in service, the more powerful you and service will become. So, to finish all wastage and remain constantly powerful is the speciality of servers. The more powerful you instrument souls are, the more powerful service will be. To be a server means constantly to put zeal and enthusiasm into service. Those who have zeal and enthusiasm are able to give zeal and enthusiasm to others. So, to let zeal and enthusiasm always be visible in a practical way, let it not be that internally I remain like that, but that it is not visible externally. Incognito effort is something else, but zeal and enthusiasm cannot remain hidden. The sparkle of constant zeal and enthusiasm should automatically be visible on your face. Whether you say something or not, your face and sparkle should say it. Are you such servers? To receive a golden chance of service is also a sign of elevated fortune. You have received the fortune of being a server. But now you have to create your fortune and see whether it is number one or number two. Not just to attain one type of fortune, but to attain fortune upon fortune. The more fortune you continue to attain, the more your number automatically move forward. This is called being multi-million times fortunate. Don't just become an embodiment of success in one subject, but in all subjects. Acha? So Baba is emphasizing on keeping that sparkle on your face. Zeal and enthusiasm should not be incognito. And instruments are instrument souls. Instrument means successful, those who follow in Baba's footsteps. So Baba continues, who have the most who have the most happiness, you or the Father? Why do you not say that you have the most happiness? You have been calling out in devotion since the Copper Age. And now that you have found him, you should have so much happiness. For 63 births, you had the desire to attain him, and now that that desire of 63 births has been fulfilled, there is so much happiness. When any desire is fulfilled, you become happy, do you not? This happiness will give happiness to the world. When you become happy, the whole world becomes happy. You have received such happiness, have you not? When you become happy, the whole world becomes happy. You have received such happiness, have you not? When you change, the world also changes. And it changes in such a way that no name or trace of sorrow or peacelessness remains. So, constantly continue to dance in happiness. Always continue to accumulate in your account of elevated actions. Distribute the treasures of happiness to everyone. There is no happiness in today's world. All are beggars for happiness, and so fill them with happiness. Always continue to move forward with this service. Continue to put zeal and enthusiasm in souls who have become hopeless. They have become hopeless thinking, I am unable to do anything. It is not possible. So you become victorious, you make them victorious, and you increase their zeal and enthusiasm. Let the tilak of awareness of victory always be applied. You are those who have the tilak and also a right to self-sovereignty. Always maintain this awareness. So you are those most happy. When you become happy, everyone becomes happy. When you change, the whole world changes. You bring hope to the hopeless, and you are victorious. Always with tilak of awareness of victory. And Baba asks, what are the signs of those who are the close stars? What are the signs of those who are close stars? They are seen to be equal. Saman. Bapdada's virtues and his tasks are clearly visible in the stars who are close. Bapdada's virtues and his stars are clearly visible in the stars who are close to Baba. The more closeness there is, the more equality there will be. Each one's face will be mirror to grant a vision of Bapdada. On seeing them, people will receive Bapdada's introduction. Although they would be seeing you, they would be attracted to Bapdada. This is known as son shows the father. Whoever you love, the stamp of that one will be visible in your every step. To the extent that you are cheerful, you become an image that attracts. To the extent that you are cheerful, you become an image that attracts. अच्छा, after us, love and remembrance. Let's take a minute to become close to Baba. Emerge Baba's qualities within you, Baba's virtues, Baba's powers, that radiance, that beauty. Let it emerge, that sparkle on your face. Being fully alive to your true beauty and true power and true beauty and divinity. Bringing that light and love. Bring that strength to every soul. And now take a minute to observe how you can keep that sovereignty, the tilak of sovereignty on your forehead. Om Shanti, Shanti. So, what inspired? What from the Murli you got inspired? What you're going to take from today's Murli?
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Thank you, Baba. Thank you. And today's Murli, the one point I got that the more power you have and the more service you can do. So to align with this, or this word, and the more power, more powerful when we become, when we finish our wastages. No more, यानी कि, है ना? So after finishing, we can become more powerful. and more powerful, so we can do more service. So, and second point is always being a zeal and enthusiasm in every action and visible. So that's I like Om Shanti. And I was flying with the flying like a bird, constantly flying bird. I am a constantly flying bird. Om Shanti.
Mm. Detached from all the bondages and carefree, nothing holding you back. Beautiful. Anyone else?
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
So Baba says that Kumars, so constantly, they have to remember that the freedom from bondage is a divine blessing. So that is, so if we compare that with the today's world, so whatever we consider that as a blessing or a divinity or lucky thing, right? But outside, it is all the opposite, right? So here, if on the world outside, people who do not have a family, the Kumar's life, right? So they think that their life is getting wasted. But when we take this knowledge or when we understand what Baba teaches us, right, then it's really feel that lucky that there is not much bondage that I need to lift. So, and similarly, if you check the in today's world, many people are so much concerned about their look. Um, especially the external look. So some people are, cursing themselves because they are not, having a good or beautiful face or look. Okay, so but at the same time, if you look at this method, I mean, if you study this knowledge, when they come into this knowledge, so Baba says, okay, if you have not studied, well and good. Okay, if you are, if you are not fair, not looking handsome, even better because you are saved from all other bad vibration coming from outside.
Mm.
So whatever the world consider is good, right? That is actually not good, but that we'll only see when we get this third eye of knowledge and wisdom.
Very true. It's a blessing in disguise nowadays.
Yeah,
Not to
that's
be
the Baba
too.
says, divine blessing.
Yeah, less distractions. Stay out of trouble. That is very true. Yeah, but at the same time, when you're not physically attractive, but at least when you're really happy, that natural beauty attracts everyone. And I think that is the sparkle Baba always wants us to emerge, carry that joy, that happiness inside.
Yeah, absolutely.
Om Shanti Harshabai.
Shanti.
I was just thinking, what is Baba going to speak to Kumars and Kumaris and the teachers about such a topic he raised in the beginning of the Murli? I thought, is he going to teach the Kumar how to make a spiritual budget? He gave only one main point: Kumar, you should be lucky. You'll be saved from climbing the wrong ladder. Otherwise, like the Kumar also has to play a snake and ladder game: go up, come down, go up, come down. So for that is one elevated fortune which is called. Kumari also, he says, you should be lucky because You have got an elevated gift. Use your gift. Be powerful. What you need is powerful. And teachers also, likewise, he has said how they have to follow every step and all. So I was wondering how Baba, after raising such a like an economics teacher, he went up and he told children an elevated bargain. So I wanted to know, what is a Kumar's bargain? What is a Kumari's bargain? What is the Kumars should do in accumulation? What the Kumaris should do to accumulate? And similarly, as Baba already gave, he spoke so categorically what is a budget, how and where you have to use your thought power, your word power, your action power. I was thinking, will Baba also explain, give a perfect routine for them how to set their timetable so that their powers are not wasted? But I don't know how Baba just shifted off. So I was just thinking, is this group really related to this Murli? But if you give me permission, as this part of the Murli is there, I had one thing even yesterday when I was saying, you
Mm.
spoke yesterday about, I think Bijit Bhai was talking about how the whatever you accumulate now, accumulation is now, source is now, everything is now. Now only you're allocating, and after that you won't even know how it was allocated, etc. and all. So the distribution system is not aware
Mm.
for the 3/4, right? But
Mm.
if I was a communist, I would really think it is unequal distribution of income. Because see here, where Baba mentions in a status, the rich, there are very, very, very rich people and ordinary people. Of course, there are no poor people. That poverty line Baba has not mentioned. If you, that was what pulled me up. So there also we have this kind of a non-socialistic concept: the rich, 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 and the poor, and the middle, middle, the ordinary. So Baba makes, of course, that's all number wise. That even you accumulate now, you want to become a king, you want to become a subject, you want to become a wealthy subject, or you want to become a maid. Baba says, "Sab kuch yahin par hai," right? But I was thinking, Baba, is it this unequal distribution of income? There, or even you're creating the same way of rich people and middle people, das and dasis. And one more thing which Baba always mentions, he says, cremator. If you do anything, you will become a cremator then. So I was thinking about this unequal distribution of income. Who's responsible, we or Baba? Who's responsible for this? If you are going to say it's the effort I make now becoming a wealthy subject and all, I think it's a circle which is already existing in the drama. But I want to understand, why did Baba mention about this? There are no absolutely poor people there. So if you could just throw that distribution, unequal, I call it as unequal distribution of income
Mm.
in that budgeting. I just that one line where Baba mentioned, if you have time, because today's Murli, as I said, is already think, and but yesterday's Murli, there were a lot of things which
Mm.
really if you could churn.
Mm. So, so I saw the message that you put there yesterday. It was about the gap between have and have not, rich and poor. So right now it is really wide, especially in America. It is like so wide, like 0.0001% owns 95% of the all the wealth. The remaining 5% all Indians own that. So real Americans don't have anything here. So we see that and it is getting so wide here. So, but having, if I want to wear that lens and then see what's happening now. So now, whatever wealth Baba is asking us, like what is wealth? Knowledge is the wealth. So, what is knowledge? How is knowledge wealth? Knowledge converts into wealth. In other words, if I have a capability to create some goods and services, you have full freedom to do bring up your own startup and then offer it to the world. There is no nobody is blocking you from starting up a new startup. And if the startup is relevant for the needs of the community, and it will go wild, and it will spread far, and then you'll make tons of money, right? But opportunity is there for everyone. But you have to pick the right tool, right product for the right needs of the community, and which is relevant, and which is which will generate. So in other words, it's a wisdom. Wisdom can be converted into real wealth. So, but having said that, if you look this same approach in a long term, 5,000 years long term, the real wisdom that always reaps us wealth is our sanskaras, like the sanskaras of giving, like data, right? That sanskara of data, when we build now, and that is built based on the wisdom, right? So if I sharpen my sanskaras, like wherever, whatever situation, whatever environment I was dropped into, if my sanskara of being a data is always there, I will always be one step ahead, right? So that opportunity is there for everyone. There is no stopping, even though Baba says, like, oh, Kumaris are getting a lift, they get a gift of service, and then they can go far. So, in other words, who is stopping Kumars from doing service, right? So in other words, Baba is explicitly encouraging. Like, oh, look, so Baba always puts sisters in the front. As an organization, also, we always say Brahma Kumaris, not Kumars, but we always put sisters in the front, so they got a benefit. But there is no stopping. So Baba opens up doors. Like, look, you may not have a chance to do a physical service, or get on a stage and then give your um, uh, experience, or create an experience for others. But you always have an opportunity to do Mansa Seva, and that goes far. That will reap lot more rewards than getting on a stage, and it comes with its own trap, that your ego will get in, and then you'll stop making more fortune, then you'll start eating out of your own fortune. So it has its own it will start backfiring if the ego kicks in, if things get successful in the path of service. But having all of that thing, so that option of service is there for every Brahmin who can understand it. So, but now comes to the question, like, if the whole treasure store is open, nobody is stopping from anyone. So, how much each one will take from the treasure store is directly proportional to how big is your bag. If I have a big bag, I'll carry. If I have a big truck, I will load all the truck. And then there is nobody stopping you from filling up the truck. And somebody will create a whole uh, train load or a big ship load, right? So it's all up to the capacity. How much capacity am I going to build now? But having said all of these things, right? Eventually, even if I say, like, oh, look, I want to become a king, an emperor, I would not enjoy if I'm not that kind of soul. For example, some people like really simple life. They don't want to get into too much hangamas and all of that stuff. They say, like, oh, just relax, live simple, not much um, desires, simplifying the life, and then just keep moving forward. And if you put them on a really hot seat, do you think they will be happy? So they won't be happy because they don't have the desire also, or they don't not only appreciate that, but also they don't enjoy those things. So it is like, sometimes we can even say that it is apples and oranges. Everyone in golden age will be fully happy, I feel. Everyone is full to their capacity, and they're really happy doing whatever they are doing. Whole of golden age, whole of iron age, sorry, whole of silver age. But corporate onwards, when we lose awareness of our own inner joy, and then we start looking out to make ourselves happy, so then you got more, I got less, that thing starts kicks in. But again, even in corporate, if you say that, look, they are donating, they got a lot of wealth, so they donated more, so they become king again in the next birth. So I never got a chance to donate so that I can become a king again. So even that quality of data, that is also directly how much wealth you get in your hand is directly based on how much you have an ability to give back to the community, wherever it is. It's in copper age or iron age or any age, even in confluence age. So once Dadi also said, don't worry, keep giving. Don't close your fist in ever. Even Chandruben used to say, don't mutti, don't close your mutti. Don't close your fist. Keep it open. Let it flow. And things will come. Don't worry about it. Open your fist and it will keep rolling through your face. So, and then even if you look at the nature of the finance, like wealth, the value of a dollar increases as many hands it changes. The value of it increases every time it changes hands, its value keeps increasing. So the very power is when the energy is flowing. And that energy, ability to keep the energy flowing, is the nature of data. And those who have this capacity, the energy flows through them. Like it's just like a bigger tunnel. If there is a flooding, wherever there is a bigger tunnel, the first it floods there. Wherever there is an opening, it flows there. Wherever there is a blockage, it won't flow there. It will try to resist, so then it tries to find some other easy path to flow through. So the whole nature of being a data is like keeping open heart, rolling the dice, keep it flowing. That nature of giving, mm, always collective force, like they say, oh, the universe is listening to you. So universe always puts them in the front because its main goal is to have this energy flowing, whatever energy, either it is love or strength or happiness or whatever that thing is. Universe will always put them in the front to keep that energy flowing. Follow, right? I feel there is no inequality that is going on, and that is how it is designed. I feel it is not designed that way, but that is how it is, because that is what is the nature of the people. No two people are alike, and that's what makes the world beautiful also, because everyone is unique. Doesn't matter if I am a servant and you are a queen, I'll be happy. Doesn't matter whole of the
Correct.
golden and silver age. I will not, or neither you will feel, neither I will feel.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you, Ashbhai. That is one quality which Baba speaks of the golden age. Whether I'm a
Mm,
Dasi or whether I am a cremator or whether I am a subject or whether I am a king, each one are happy in whatever they have got. I think that
mm,
that is one state of mind which does not make them think about inequalities. I agree with you there. And also, as you said, in the copper age, they say, oh, he's a very big rich man because maybe in the previous birth, उसने बहुत दान पुण्य किया है. So that kind of knowledge also Baba puts it in the copper age. I agree with you because but now Baba says, now if you watch it, see, you're talking about the golden age. Now, if you watch it as an observer, you feel, ऐसा क्यों हुआ, ऐसा क्यों राजा रंक बाबा ने create किया, we feel. But I think that quality which Baba always says, everyone is happy, whatever they are. They don't look at, oh, he has got so much, I have got less. All that happens only now. later when the degree is reduced from 16 to 12 to 8 to no color. Yeah, I think that's one quality of the knowledge. But there's one more thing which even Baba has meant. In these Murlis, Harshabai, somewhere Baba puts a beautiful secret. You know what he's saying here? This royal throne, everyone will not have a right in every birth. They'll have a right to the
Yeah.
royal family, but
Yes.
no right to the royal throne. That was even the
Yeah.
thing for me. So I can't expect the same person to become king again, and all. They will
Yeah.
only be part. That was even one nice secret, which it was just one liner at the end of the paragraph. But I also
Mm.
like the secret which Baba revealed. They do not have a right to the royal throne in every birth, but they attain a
Mm.
right to the royal family for birth after birth. From knowledge point of view, that was something nice which I took. Every line of the Murli, somewhere Baba incognito punches in a secret and he leaves our mind to churn. These are what are Avyakt Murli, direct, direct
Mm.
from the source.
Mm.
No Brahma Baba taking it, writing it, and then giving like Sakar. Direct
Mm.
from the we say his master's voice. Thank
Mm.
you, Harshabha. That was nice for me to hear. Om Shanti.
Mm. Thank you. And one more thing which I feel, why Baba is pushing us now, why Baba is telling, oh, you'll become servant, you'll become a cremator. So Baba is asking us, is just cautioning us, I feel. Like if I don't take full advantage of my resources now, if I misuse any of the resources, I will repent later. There is one thing that Janki was telling, where she was talking about something about jealousy. So she was telling, what is the problem with jealousy? Why people get jealous? So jealousy is like, oh, so somebody else gets what I want, right? You won't feel bad when somebody else gets something which you don't want, even though it is good. You don't care. But she was pointing out, look, you are feeling jealous because you had an opportunity to get what you want, but you didn't acted on it. And now somebody else acted on it and got it. So that kicks in you. In other words, it is not about some other person. Some other person will become like a mirror telling that, dude, you got an opportunity, you had full capability, and you always wanted to do it, but you didn't acted on it. And that is what Dadi was always telling. That really resonated with me. And then I said, like, okay, so what is that I should be doing if I feel that way anywhere? So I said, like, oh, okay, now just check out what is it that you're capable of and didn't acted. Whatever is past, but now see, check again, and then see, is there anything that I can act now? And then go and act. That very sanskara of jealousy will naturally fade off. When I act on what I'm capable of, if it comes or doesn't come, it is a secondary thing, but at least because I acted, I did what I could do, I did my best. And then you'll see that intensity of that sanskara of jealousy fades off. But jealousy, anger, all of these things are just mirrors. And mirrors, which is actually pointing us to like, oh, dude, you got to act here. You got to make change here. So it is just pointing us to where is that correction that is needed. So there was a nice book by Dari Janki, The Virtues of the Soul. If you get a hand of it, maybe I might have a PDF of it. I'll share it with Raki Ben. It's a beautiful book. It's like nice one-liners, which really hits on the. It really hits, drives the point through. Like it says, like, oh, okay, if you are feeling this, this is what you got to act on. There is nothing right or wrong about it, but this is what you haven't acted on. This is the change that you have to make. It was a really one-liners on all the virtues by Daji Janki. I'll share it with Rakiben.
Sure, Harshab, I do share that. Now, while you were sharing about jealousy, recently I happened to get across an article. I don't know whether it was an article or what, which spoke about why do you shout when you are angry.
Hmm.
A very different perspective that came up for us. You shout when you're angry because your hearts get apart. And there was a very
Hmm.
nice analogy that they put across when two people are in love, whether it's going
Hmm.
to be no in any relationship, they speak so softly to each other. At times, there is no words exchange, but the gestures speak about what they want to speak. The silence speaks. Then why when you are angry you shout? Because you feel that your hearts are actually apart, and because there
Hmm.
is a distance, there is a need to shout, because only when you are far away distance is where you will shout and call a person. So somewhere that got resonated to me as why when you are
That's true.
angry, your facial
Hmm.
expression changes and your
Hmm.
voice volume and your tone also changes, because there is a lot of upsurge in that anger. There is some kind of space which is taking you apart from that person or from that situation. And that really got me. I think after that, and being so cautious about space of anger, I take a pause before I speak.
Hmm. I like this analogy of somebody is far off, so you have to shout louder. I like it.
Yeah, and
Rakiben,
the
That's
what
way
you
true.
he
said, correct?
expressed, and the way he expressed was this, and that's a real life experience. When people are in love, in the crowd also they can communicate with each other without having exchange of any words.
Hmm. Yeah, they can sense.
Rakiben,
Yeah.
what you said, I remember, when you're angry, you are not being heard, you feel. I'm talking about one victim.
Hmm.
So you're desperate to be heard. So it's not so you would like to be heard, so you shout. Yeah, hearts go up. There's a quote, I don't remember the quote for anger. How two hearts just they reach out and then like an elastic they have to come down and all. That's a beautiful story also I've read about it. Perfect, Rakiben, Shanti.
So sometimes I really feel, small little things which just pops in for you to read in really sets a message. So the same quote that Janki always says, no, be a student. So every moment in life, be a student, and everything that comes up in your life will teach you something.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. The Janki has a real, uh, she's a real mover shaker. If you are, um, if you have a brain fog, if you just listen to her, she'll wake you up. any, any, any sanskara will just take over. You just listen to the Janki and then she'll really wake you up. Mm. Yeah. I think there is a channel, YouTube channel where she has all this. Somebody made a short clips. I think maybe um, the brother from Madhuban, Tulsi Bai, I guess. Tulsi Bai has a channel where he created all the short clips, like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, short videos of Dadi Janki. Really nice.
Mm. That is a real classic example of being a student with the quality of childlike.
Mm, wow, she's a real um, uh, example of how to convert knowledge into real asset. She came to Western world with empty hands, not even a roof over the head. She got into invited into somebody's house, and from there, she built the whole of the uh, double foreigner world,
Yeah.
all totally based on the gyan and then acting on it and then living up to it. because Western world, like they can speak really nice, but they really resonate when they see the living example, and then she lived up to it, and then people started, oh, now there is something real about this, and then they started, yeah, offering service and then being part of the organization, and started growing fast, being
Yeah,
a role model.
one very, very special qualities of Western world is once they get connected to something from head and heart, then they give their entire 100% from their soul level. That's what I have seen. Whoever I have met, even in Madhuban last year when during Baba Milan I was there at Cancer Over, the way double
Mm,
foreigners comes across is like there's so much of efforts they must have taken up to follow the Srimad.
mm.
A lot
So
to
one
learn
thing of
from them.
yeah, now one thing of sure, like everyone have their own advantages and disadvantages, especially the Western world. I mean, like double foreigners who are in Western bodies, they are not actually pulled towards the Indian culture. Of course, there are a lot of people who get a lot of respect for Indian culture, the family support, the community support that is within India. But a lot of double foreigners who have come is not actually pulled by the Indian culture and rituals and stuff. Uh, the thing that really resonated with them is not even bhavna. I feel there is bhavna. There is, I have seen in Western sisters who have a lot of tons of bhavna, but good number of them, they got the knowledge resonated with them, and they say like, oh, it is what it is. People come, people go, people change. uh, Even the very instrument who brought them, they themselves drop the ball and walk away, but they continue to keep moving, because the very thing that brought them into gyan is just the knowledge, not somebody, some person, oh, this person is here, so this will be a nice place, then I also should continue. Not many comes with that mindset. So I feel that goes long ways, especially when we have that, okay, Gyan is Gyan. This is working for me. Doesn't matter who is in or who is not in the boat. People come, people go. But they survive. You get that ability to be a survivor. Hmm. And you'll see a lot of European countries also. They're like lone warriors, like hardly one sister running the show day in, day out for decades together. And then they keep going. Like a whole world around them is, nobody resonates with them, but they keep going, because
Yeah.
what keeping them alive is the gyan. Like, this makes sense. I feel better by acting on this Srimad. um, I understand, of course, the support is needed, so Baba, Madhuban, Murli, all of that thing is needed, but once gyan resonates, you will go a little far.
While we were listening to Sapna Ben in one of the master classes that she conducted here, the seva in China is so
Mm,
different. It's just so
mm,
different, and it's all most of it is gup seva,
mm. Yeah, it is
and
heartland.
they have Chinese localites been a part of
Mm.
the family.
BKs, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, few of them came here to San Francisco too. I've seen them. I was wondering,
In
how do
Yeah.
you read Murli? How do you resonate with Ravan, Ram,
I
Mahabharata
want to
going
add
on?
one point over here.
Mm.
Om Shanti.
Yeah, yeah,
There in a group, there is always a group energy.
yeah.
The group energy works. If we in a group we are doing something, so something suppose ki if suppose 13 people are there, and 13 out of suppose ki 12 people are having a high frequency, high energy, and one has a low energy. So that will in a group that will uplift this one who having poor energy, that also uplifted. So this is
Mm,
a power of group energy,
mm,
working in a group,
definitely.
working in a team, and this is very much important. And loneliness is it's a group is very much to do lot of thing we can do in a group. Om Shanti.
Definitely. Yeah, yeah. There is a power of satsang and it goes long ways, and it's always good to stick together. But Maya will put us in a place wherever is our weakest point. But we need to keep that relationship with the family. No matter what is the drama going through, you always need to have connection with Baba's family, wherever it is. That is our safety net. Because definitely drama will push you off the ladder, and then you need to have that safety net. So if I don't keep that relationship with the family, maintain that uh, this group is one of those that keeps us together. It's always good to stick around these kind of groups that helps us to keep floating. Yeah, definitely. Okay. Any last thoughts? Okay. Let's take a minute. Extend our love and gratitude for all our ancestor souls. Like Baba was talking in Sunday's Murli, incorporeal, angelic, and all rounder. Make yourself very comfortable being incorporeal and come close to Baba. Allow this incorporeal awareness to build this body of light, very comfortable in your own clothes of body of light, angelic body, and come close to ancestors, Brahma Baba, Mama, Dadis. Being in the Avyakt family company, bring that energy into this Brahmin family in our center and bring the same awareness into Laukik, making Laukik alaukik. Carry this energy for rest of the day. Be double light, be combined. Carry this crown of light. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you to Baba. Thank you, Harshada. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Until then, have a lovely day.